We was in it. Hey guys, so today is my first ever story time, and today I'm going to talk about how I met B5. B5. Well, I really only met like 2 of them, but go ahead and just round it off to the whole group. So let's go back. So this might have been the summer. I think I was like maybe like 16 or 17. And I was in Atlanta for a summer. I would always go down to Atlanta to go visit some family with my cousin. And this particular year was special because the family who I was going to go visit, she had some friends and some granddaughters around my age. So it was great, you know. I made some friends with them. You know, we found out that we had something in common, B5. So of course, you know, any girl around that age, you know, B5 was like the topic. You basically know like you just found your best friend for real. So me and her was talking, we became best friends, and when we found out that the boys was having a concert, son, we was there. And I mean, I had my cousin with me. She was younger than me, and she was not worried about them at all. She did not care. She did not know about them at all. So it was my friend and I, plus her younger sister. She liked B5 too, and then my cousin. So we had found out that they was having a concert, and at the Six Flags out there. So when we found out, we had like begged our family, was like, come on, just let us go. You know, we can go down there by ourselves. We'll be good. We fine. We got it. It wasn't with the idea of trying to let us go by ourselves. But once we got to the park, they wasn't trying to chase us around the park. So once it got closer to the time, they separated from us, let us do our own thing, you know, and it was, you know, 4 girls, hey, living out in the city, down at Six Flags or whatever. We was doing our thing, waiting for the boys, you know how that can be. So, so 10 minutes before the boys started to perform, my cousin and I, she wasn't worried about the boys. She didn't even care. All she wanted to go to the concession stand. So, like we said, we had 10 minutes to go. My friend and her younger sister, they went to go find the seats. Even though it really wasn't like, it wasn't no mandatory seating that we had to go find. It was just like a big open space, all the chairs and everything. You know, if you ever went to like a concert like outside, you know, it's no real mandatory seating. Just find a seat or whatever. I had to go with my cousin to go to the concession stand with her, and I'm all telling her like, come on, hurry up, come on, get your stuff, let's go, they're waiting for us, we gotta go, I don't want to miss them. She's not trying to hear none of that. She didn't care, and I was just like, I know you don't care, but can I go find my seat? Can I go sit down? Like, I don't care. I'm not hungry right now. I want to go and go sit down and go see the boys perform, because this was around the summer before Don't Talk Just Listen came out. So I think this was like they was like prepping up to perform some new songs from off of there. I think, yeah, Hydraulics was like the song was the song of the summer at that time. So I'm just waiting for her, and I'm trying to go and waiting for her, and it was like a long line at the concession stand. So I'm just getting more irritated. It's like, can we hurry up and go? I don't want to miss the boys. She's in line, and I'm just waiting on the side, just not paying any attention because I didn't want anything. Next thing you know, I see some tall, light-skinned boy. And mind you, I'm not short, but I'm not tall either. I'm like a, you know, a good average height. So when I see somebody taller than me, it's going to automatically keep my attention. I'm like, okay, hello. So when I saw this, you know, this tall, light-skinned figure in my peripheral, you know, my peripheral vision, I turned, and I was like, and it was just so fast, like it was just a fast blur. I just saw somebody tall eating, like, had like a bowl of cereal just go past me. I'm like, who in the world? Okay, so I'm like, it couldn't have been. But they was going in the direction, the person was going in the direction of like behind the stage. So I was thinking like, that looked like, but no, it couldn't be. Was it? No, it couldn't be. It couldn't be. So I went back, minding my business or whatever. And then like 2 seconds later, I see somebody, and I got a good vision of this person. It was Brian. I looked like, oh my God, name. In my little brain, my little 16, 17-year-old brain, I'm just thinking like, oh my God, like B5, like Dustin and Brian just went past me. Oh my God, does that mean I could literally see the rest of them? So I'm just like, and I'm just like, half of my brain is just like, Sheree, get it together. Just get it together. Just calm down. Just be cool. Just be cool. And the other part of me is like, okay, you're a dork. Just stand there awkwardly and maybe nobody will notice you. Just stand there and act like, you know, like you're invisible. So the visible part one, I literally stood there like a cone. Stood there like a cone. It's invisible. Just in my mind, it's like, oh my God, Brian is walked past me. Next thing you know, I turn like a little half lattice turn to the side, like, and I see Kelly right next to me, and I was shy, you know. I'm still not very good at talking to guys. Let's be honest, not really good at talking to guys. So besides the fact that it was Kelly who was next to me, it was a guy. So I was like, you know, you're in my space. Hello, you're in my space, or are you close to me? And then, you know, when I turned to him, he looks at me and he's like, shh. And I'm just like, okay. Like, sure, okay, I'll be quiet. And then he started pointing. He was like, I don't want the rest of them to know. I was like, yeah, okay, sure, no problem. And then I said, are you getting something to eat? He was like, yeah, I just wanted to get a cookie real quick. So he's still there, and I'm just like turning to my cousin, not trying to make any subtle movements. I don't know why. I just felt like an invisible cone is like not trying to do anything. So he's still right next to me, and he seems really cool, you know, not really just like seem like really irritated or annoyed and anything. He's really cool, and he seems really comfortable and everything. I'm the dork who's just standing there like a doofus. So he turns, looks like to the other side, because the concession stand is on the corner. So when he turns, look around, I look that way too. Next thing you know, it's Patrick, and Patrick's coming to him like, come on, hurry up, we gotta go. And that's when I see like some other people following them, and that's when the girls start making the noise. They start noticing, and then once they start noticing, they start making noise and start crowding around. And then Kelly's like, no, telling Patrick, no, I just want to get my cookie. So then the girls start making more and more noise or whatever, and it's making it hard for him to get his cookie. So then once they're making a noise or whatever, they're making it known. I'm like, shush. I had Kelly right next to me, Patrick right next to him. Y'all over here making it hot. Like, calm down. Y'all making it hot. Like, chill out. Y'all making it too hot. Y'all making it a little too hot for real. So they still going, and next thing you know, Patrick and Kelly start making their way, and then Kelly looks at me and he winks. It's like a little cold thing, like, you know. In my mind, I'm taking it as thanks. You the one. And that's probably not what it was. He might have just had something in his eye, you know, or whatever. But, you know, I took it as, you know, thanks, you know. You know. So once they go back to the stage, I'm getting irritated. My cousin's all like, what was all of that noise? I'm just like, B5 was like right here next to me. He was right here next to me. I'm like, you didn't see him? She was like, oh, I don't know, I might have. I don't know what they really look like. And I look at her like, how are we cousins? How are we family? Like, how do you not know? Girls are still screaming, still sound like idiots. So my cousin gets what she wanted. We're getting ready to walk back. Then my friend and her sister come up to us like, what's taking so long? I'm stammering like an idiot, like, I met Kelly, Patrick, I met the boys, they were here. I thought, she was like, what? How could you meet them? How could you see them? How couldn't you come get us? And I'm like, you wanted me to leave when they're right next to me? Leave to go find you? I couldn't leave. They were right here. I couldn't leave to go find you. And she's like, oh my God, did you say anything? What was I supposed to say? What was I supposed to say? That was my story on how I met B5. But really, it was Kelly. So yes, that was how that happened. it's my little story. It's a story that I'll always cherish and remember forever. I don't care if I'm 65. That will be my story, and that will just always be how I look at it. I don't care if I only technically really met Kelly. That was how I look at it. That is the day that I met B5, and nobody can take that from me. So, guys, that was my first story time. I hope you like it. I have way more stories to tell you if you guys are interested in listening. And surprisingly, this is not my only story where I had a whole little B5 little thing that happened in Atlanta. So if you're interested in hearing about that, you know, comment, like, subscribe. Tell me if you're interested in hearing more. You can follow my Twitter. I'll probably link that down below in my description box, you know, so you guys can follow that. Tweet me and let me know if you guys want to hear some more. Let me know some ideas on what, you know, my next video should be about. Remember to share and like and subscribe. Thank you.